Hi y'all, welcome to Noise Weather. In this video I'll take a look at a potential severe weather outbreak, as well as I'll take a look at the upcoming forecast. All that coming up in this video. Alright y'all, let's take a look at the severe weather outbreak that's going to be possible today. There's already been an enhanced risk for severe weather, a level 3 out of 5. Here in the orange, spanning from central Tennessee all the way down into eastern Mississippi into Alabama. Now, there's also a slight risk surrounding that here in the yellow, spanning from Kentucky all the way down to Louisiana, with a marginal risk surrounding that here in the green. Now, the main risks today are going to be mainly a tornado and damaging wind threat, with the highest chances of seeing a tornado within this 10% hatched area in the yellow. What that means is there's a 10% chance of seeing an EF2 or greater tornado today, affecting cities like Nashville, Birmingham, Jackson, Mississippi, Huntsville, and Murfreesboro in Tennessee. Now, even in the 5% chance here in the red, y'all are not out of the woods either. Y'all have a good chance of seeing a tornado today. And within the 2% zone, I'd stay weather aware today as well. Now, as far as the damaging wind threat goes, here in the enhanced risk zone, there's a 30% chance. In the yellow zone, there's a 15% chance, and within the red zone, there's a 5% chance. Now, damaging winds is just as dangerous as tornadoes, because tornadoes affect a small area, but damaging winds, that can affect a wide area. Now, as far as large hail goes, it's not much of a big threat, but still there, as there is a 15% chance here in the yellow in Mississippi and western Alabama, with a 5% chance surrounding that. Now, the next couple of days, looks like we're severe clear, as there's just a thunderstorm risk out by Georgia, Florida, and into the Carolinas. Alright y'all, let's take a look at the high resolution rapid refresh model. The date and time are right here. This is an Eastern time. Take a look at the timing of when you could expect the worst of the severe weather. Now, it looks like some prefrontal confluence bands are going to be forming ahead of the main line down here south of Jackson, Mississippi. This is where the severe weather is going to get started. Now, any supercell that forms ahead of the main line could spawn a pretty big tornado. That's basically what a prefrontal confluence band is. It's basically supercells that form ahead of the main line. It looks like it's going to be entering the enhanced risk zone right around 1 to 2 o'clock today. Looks like it's going to be entering Nashville right around 3 o'clock. As you see, any supercell out here could spawn a pretty big tornado. Please, if you live in this area, please be weather aware today. Starting to exit Nashville right around 5 o'clock before tapering off and exiting the enhanced risk zone right around 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight and turning into a flash flooding threat. As I show you the total precipitation of how much rainfall you could see. Looks like you could see upwards of 1 inch to 2, possibly 3 inches in some areas as well, up by eastern Kentucky down into the middle of Tennessee down by Nashville. Now, y'all may be familiar with the Hazard, Kentucky disaster that happened last year. This ain't going to be anything compared to that, but still, it's going to be some flash flooding happening. I'm going to show you why they issued the enhanced risks for today for tornadoes. Looking at the significant tornadic parameters, this puts all the ingredients, the thermodynamics and the kinematics, puts all into one model run. Spits out a total of who could see the greatest chance of seeing a tornado. Now, this don't mean this whole area is going to see a tornado. It's possible if a supercell interacts with that favorable environment, but there's a lot of ingredients in store for tornadoes, but that doesn't mean that a tornado will form within this whole area. It just means that if supercell forms, a tornado will most likely form in that general area today. If you live within this whole enhanced risk zone, then please stay weather aware today. Know where to go when that tornado warning is issued. Preferably a storm shelter or basement. If you don't have those, keep as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you live in a trailer, then don't be in that trailer. Go to your nearest Walmart or place where you can take shelter safely. Because if you live in a trailer, it's going to get shredded by that tornado or even damaging winds. Damaging winds will wreak havoc too. But I'll show you the thermodynamics. Temperature's going to be well into the 70s today within the whole slight risk and enhanced risk zone. Dew points are going to be high as well. About 70-degree dew points within that whole zone. So definitely a lot of moisture, lots of instability in the atmosphere. I want to pull up a sounding, show y'all what I'm talking about here. This is the sounding here on the left, and up here is the hodograph. The hodograph basically it looks down on the atmosphere, and the sounding shows you if you're looking up into the atmosphere. Now, as you see, we got low 70-degree temperatures and high 60-degree dew points. Not much of a capping inversion. Capping inversion's at a -1 down here, so definitely the cap's going to be broke. What that basically means is a favorable environment for tornadic activity. There's not going to be anything to suppress any supercells from forming out here. See, CAPE is down over here. The surface-based CAPE's at 1800. The mixed layer CAPE around 1200. So it's not that big of a CAPE event, but a lot of wind shear. See, winds are blowing out of the south at 10 knots. But then as we head into the mid-levels of the atmosphere, they're backing right around 50, 60 knots. As we head into the about 500 millibar range. And you see the hodograph here on the right, there definitely is a curvature in that hodograph, and that definitely is a favorable hodograph for tornadic development today. Now, other than tornadoes, we have a winter weather threat as well today. Alright, let's take a look at the winter weather side of things. There's already been winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings issued spanning from northeastern Kansas all the way up into Michigan. The timing on these when they expire varies. Up here by Michigan, they expire by Friday, so it looks like this is going to last from Thursday evening all the way through Friday morning. How much snowfall could you possibly see? Looks like up here by Michigan, looks like y'all could be possibly under a winter storm warning. Right now you are under an advisory, but it looks like you can see upwards of about 3 to 6, I'd say, within this whole zone. Southern Wisconsin into Chicago, about 2 to 4 inches. We're by Iowa, about 1 to 2. Possibly 3 inches in some areas. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the travel impacts for the next 3 days. Looks like there's a moderate travel impacts over by northern Illinois into southern Wisconsin, over by Iowa and by Nebraska. Now, Michigan looks like y'all are in minor impacts. And we take a look at the day one of seeing greater than 4 inches of snowfall. There's a high risk spanning from Iowa up into western Michigan. If you have to get out for the next couple days, please be careful. Pack a safety kit in your car, cat litter, a blanket, flashlight. If you ever get stranded, then you got those supplies. So let's take a look at the radar on here. I'm going to show you the exact track of where this snowstorm could go. And see, it looks like it's going to be an ice storm over Chicago too. Sleet, possibly some freezing rain by Davenport up into Chicago. And that's going to be pushing eastward into Michigan. Whole zone here. It's going to be dealing with some freezing rain and some sleet. So please be careful if you have to get out. Travel is going to be pretty treacherous out there. Like I said, pack a safety kit in your car just in case you get stranded. A blanket, some cat litter, flashlight. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the future weather models. Alright, let's take a look at the Euro model, see what's in store as we head towards the middle of February. We already know we're dealing with that big storm system that's bringing severe weather and a big snowstorm much of the eastern part of the country. As we head towards the weekend, looks like it's going to be a pretty nice weekend for much of the country. And that's not going to last long, as some nasty weather is going to be affecting the northeast, some snow showers and some rain showers, with some snow showers over here by the Dakotas into Minnesota, and some heavy snow affecting Idaho into Montana. And there's going to be a pretty big storm system. I'm keeping my eye on this one. This is around the 23rd. There could be some severe weather down here by Arkansas and Tennessee, and there could be some blizzard-like conditions up by South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, into southern Minnesota, with a pretty substantial ice storm over here by southeast Iowa into northern Illinois. Now, this is over 170 hours out. Keep that in mind. This can and will change by the time this happens. Looks like it's going to be a pretty quick mover, as it's going to be moving into the northeast by Thursday at about 7 p.m., bringing snow up here by New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, into New York, bringing some sleet and mixed precipitation down by southern New York. And that'll move out. And then another storm system moves through by the end of the month. Now, this is too far out to give you exact snow totals. In the next video, we'll have exact snow totals on how much you could see, as there will be more confidence on the exact track of this storm system. I'm going to show you the temperatures leading up to the end of the month. Where I know we got those warm temperatures down south, that's why there's severe weather today, and that's not going to last long, as it's cold front's going to be pushing that out and bringing some frigid air. It starts warming up by right around the 19th into the 20th. As you see, you've got some 70 degree to 80 degree temperatures down here by Texas into Florida, into the deep south, before it starts cooling off again, and then it's going to warm up again by right around the 21st. And this could be what spawns the severe weather happening on right around the 23rd. It looks like a warm-up's going to be in store as we head towards the end of February, though. As you see, dew points around the 23rd, when I expect some severe weather to possibly happen. I'm gonna be up there as well. So that'll do it for this video, y'all. If you live in the enhanced risk zone, even in the slight risk zone, please be weather aware today. Know where to go when that tornado warning is issued, preferably a basement and storm shelter. If you don't have those, an interior room will work. Make sure you have as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Make sure you have a way to get a warning, weather radio, a phone. Just make sure you have a way to get that tornado warning, so it will save your life. If you live in the winter weather warnings and winter weather advisory area, if you have to get out, please be careful. Don't go out if you don't have to, but if you do have to go out, then please be careful. Pack a safety kit with you, cat litter, blanket, flashlight. No, it sounds funny, but if you get stranded, then you'll definitely appreciate that you have those. It looks like it's gonna be warming up as we head towards the end of February, so like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all y'all for watching, and until next time, never stop forecasting.